chemical equation and stuff already.
Yeah. Explain the difference in gradient. Wait, then to draw this one first, right? The 1.0 mole same volume. Would it increase in amount of gas?
What do you think? Then you
Yeah,
you ask me, I ask you.
I think it will, right?
Okay, so it will. So if you think it will, then what is the volume? Is it how many times does it double or is it half the original volume?
Will it double?
Why double?
Because 0.5 then 1.0.
Okay. So in that case, your number one graph, we're gonna draw one, two, and three. Okay. So
Yeah.
the number one graph will double the volume, you say. Then what about the gradient, the initial gradient? Is it the same or is it higher or lower?
Yeah.
Higher, huh? So that means right, your graph right double. So maybe like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I help you draw. And then I also need the eraser. What else? Okay. Then I label this as number 2.
Yay.
Then the number 3.
Smaller pieces. So it's just faster, but same amount of gas.
Okay. So like that lah.
Yeah.
Like that lor.
Okay.
Okay.
Using collision theory. Why? Why collision theory? 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Oh, it's yellow. Oops, I forgot.
So part 8, you say explain the difference between in the gradient in
Yeah.
graph 1 at 1 minute and graph 1 at 3 minutes. Then I question you. I say at 3 minutes the gradient would be 1. Then I ask you why 1.
Isn't it because it's like straight line, then no gradient?
Horizontal line gradient 不是 0
Yeah,
咩？
I also don't know.
Anyway, horizontal line, right? The gradient is 0.
Mm.
So then at 1, right? The 1 minute, where is 1 minute?
Mm.
So then you're at 1 minute, right? They say it's during the reaction, so it would be different. So what you trying to say? So they are only asking you for gradient. So at 1 minute, you also need to talk about gradient, right?
Yeah, that's true. But
Mm,
do I have to find the gradient then?
no, usually in this kind of question, you only say it's less. Gradient is steeper, less steep, higher, lower, but those you can see with the naked eye, right?
Okay.
So you must mention the gradient. But of course, if the gradient is 0, then it's really 0, then you can throw in the number. One other thing is why you don't state the numerical value of the gradient, right? For 1 minute, right, is you got no way to calculate the gradient. The values on the graph is a bit difficult to give you the gradient. Because if you want to find gradient at 1 minute, you have to draw a tangent. Then draw a tangent already, then you find two points to read and calculate the gradient of the tangent, which will then be the gradient of the rate of reaction of the section. So if you want to calculate, then not very possible down there because of how the graph is given.
Okay.
Second one, I rephrase. Increase by double, that means I don't know how to read it. Like, I don't know whether it's what you mean is increase 3 times. So I will say the concentration of the acid doubled. That means very clearly the concentration times 2. Thus, there will be more particles in a given volume, leading to more collision. That's fine. Then you have to say the increasing the frequency of effective collision. This effective collision, this word is very important because only when you have effective collision, then you have a reaction. So thus increasing the frequency of effective collision, so the higher rate of reaction. This one.
So I have to write in the given volume and effective collision.
You say leading to more collision is pointless because you will only need effective collision, then you have reaction. You can have a lot more collisions, but then all of the collision all useless, then pointless lah.
Okay. Calculate the mass of water produced when have to get mass of water produced when I have to find the mole of hydrochloric acid first.
Mass of water. Yeah, you have to find the number of moles.
Oh, Cm cubed to Dm cubed is divided by how many? 1,000.
1,000. Usually water is V-shaped one, like Mickey Mouse like that. But makes sense lah. Some teachers will accept, some teachers will not accept this. But
Okay.
but it's V-shaped lah. Then carbon dioxide then is linear like this. Carbon dioxide then is like that.
Okay.
Mm.
Is all of them got different?
It's either Mickey Mouse or one straight line. But water is always Mickey Mouse.